Hello. It's Saturday afternoon, October 11th, and just having a relaxing day, getting ready to work on a few things. And I just wanted to come on. And again, this is just for my YouTube channel. This is not to go in front of social media and then have people seeing it and then being in their feelings or wanting to discuss things and all the things. This is for me, and my audio journaling, so to speak. So I just wanted to express a little bit of both frustration, but also a triumphant feeling, because I feel like for maybe the last month and a half, I have clearly communicated to someone, the same person that I've been vlogging about. I have clearly communicated to someone both verbally as well as via text message. Very, very clear communication. Maybe I've said it in a nice way, so maybe it was not coming out clear because I didn't say it in a harsh way, or I was, I guess, protective of their feelings and trying not to hurt their feelings. But the frustration is that I feel like I have been clear in saying that there's a certain thing that I don't want to do and that I'm not interested in doing. And I can go back to my receipts. And of course, I don't have a recording verbally of it, but I do have my receipts for the messages that I've sent saying that I don't want to do this particular thing. And here are the options. And the options being things that don't have anything really to do with me. Now, I understand it's something that we had done together in the past before. And so maybe they're in denial and trying to get me to do something that we had done in the past together, but we stopped doing it months ago, and I haven't been interested in doing it since we stopped. And I feel like very explicitly said I'm not interested in doing XYZ. Let's just call it XYZ to keep it, keep everything anonymous. And so despite, I don't know how many times now, and if I needed to, I could post the receipts of the actual text messages I've sent, but then that would expose the situation, so I don't want to specifically do that. But I could, if I needed to, go back through the text threads where I have specifically said, I am not interested in doing XYZ. And this person has continued to keep coming back to me in various intervals saying, asking me to do XYZ. And when I go back to what I was saying about ghosting, in some of the cases where I have explicitly said in text message that I don't want to do XYZ, and cheerleaded them and said, hey, continued success and blah, 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 no response, ghosting. And so that's also frustrating, and why I also don't want to continue working with in this capacity with someone who cannot be responsive. And so anyway, long story short, today we had an exchange, and the exchange was great because apparently they got the message about the ghosting, and they were like, hey, I'm doing something right now, I'll respond to you a little bit later. And it was perfect, right? But then again, in the text message asking me or telling me, hey, I'll keep you in the loop about XYZ. And it's like, why are you telling me you're keeping me in the loop about XYZ when I told you I wasn't interested? So it's just like your listening skills, your comprehension skills, I don't know what the fuck is the problem. So anyways, bottom line, again, this being for me and my YouTube channel, for me to express how I feel. Bottom line is I finally just wrote a very explicit text of saying, I am not interested in XYZ unless it is ABC. Let's just put it that way. Very, very blunt, very just like blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not interested in XYZ unless it is ABC. So no need to keep me in a loop about anything. And so basically I feel that even though it has been frustrating with trying to get my point across, I feel like hopefully this time the message sticks. They didn't respond in any way except to give me an emoji response, but hopefully they get the fucking point. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. And let me add that in my original text message that I sent to them, I floated an idea by them, and they came back and they were very intentional in their communication and very specific and clear. So I had no problem with that. And they said that they were not interested in XYZ, but here's a ABC and good luck with that. And I thought, okay, perfect. That's the kind of clarity I need in communication, and I appreciated that. But then when they tried to rope me back into XYZ, it was like, okay, I guess what Nicole needs to learn is this person needs to have that same exact type of communication. So that's exactly what I did. And so we'll see. Stay tuned to the Nicole D. Ford channel and my vlogs. Stay tuned to see if it's stuck and they'll stop fucking asking me to do XYZ. We'll see. Because, like I said, since September 4th, I think September 4th, I have text message where I was very explicit. But then prior to that, I was explicit in verbal conversation about not wanting to do XYZ. September 4th, very clear. And then kept having to go back and say, or clarify, not interested, blah, blah, blah. But the other day, I don't know if it was Thursday or Friday, I got a text message saying, hey, somebody reached out to me about XYZ. I'm not able to do it. But if you'd like to do it, I will blah, blah, blah. So you can do it. And it's just like, oh my God, how many times do I have to tell you no? Boundaries are difficult sometimes. All right, still Saturday, October 11th. And I did go back just one more time to make sure. I did go back through the text messages, and I've now taken screenshots of them, put them in a Google Doc, and really read through them, and I can see where maybe what I wasn't 100% clear on up until today is maybe where there was a lack of where I could have done better. Is that in the messages, I feel like maybe what my answer could have been read as, I'm just not interested in doing XYZ today or next weekend, instead of saying, I'm not interested in doing XYZ unless blah, blah, blah. And so we'll stay tuned because, like I said, Nicole thinks about things. Nicole is not always thinking she's always right about everything. So we will see, based on this new, very blunt, communicating in the same style that they said they were not interested. To me, I did the same exact thing back to them using the exactly same language. So we'll see if that works, or we'll see if they're going to keep coming back asking me about XYZ. I guess the other challenge is that in some of the text messages where I said I wasn't interested in XYZ when they were asking me, there was no real communication back and forth. It was just an emoji of like received or a thumbs up. And so maybe that's also where there was some confusion, is that maybe they just read it of, oh, well, Nicole's just not interested in XYZ today, but maybe she will be interested. But it's like, get the hint. It's a month later and I haven't been doing XYZ since the summer of 2025. But anyway, I understand that there's responsibility in what I can do. And so stay tuned to see if this boundary, which is very explicit now, communicating to them in the same exact way that they told me they weren't interested in something that I mentioned. It's like, okay, I'm saying it exactly the same language. I am not interested in XYZ unless it is ABC. And so hopefully by being super clear and saying it that way, that it'll work. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to Nicole's YouTube channel for more. And Nicole, this note is for you. If you need to go back to your text messages, remember, number one, you put them in a Google Doc dated today, October 11, 2025. And just remember that the screenshots from the text messages are from September 4th, September 12th, September 21st, September 22nd, September 27th, October 10th, and then October 11th. So this is for your records to make sure that you stay on point. And we, yes, Nicole was an auditor. And so keeping an audit trail is something that I'm excellent at. So since we're doing this online journal thing for Nicole, and it's going on my YouTube, you know, years from now when you can look back and laugh on this, at least you can see the history. So anyway, that's it. And for the record, September 27th was not me communicating to this person. Maybe we'll come up with a name for them as well. That might be easier. September 27th was receiving an early morning text message at 8 a.m. on Saturday the 27th saying, hey, can I get blah, blah, blah? And they needed it that day, that morning. So again, with the disrespect of my time and the last minute thing, is like, I'm totally over that. So it was not a disrespectful exchange in any way, but it's just like, hey, you knew you were doing this. Why are you asking me on the Saturday morning, Saturday of all times, that you need something and that you need it within the next hour? You know, it's like, that is not respectful of my time. And it's also why I am not interested, unless this person can be more organized. I'm not interested in that kind of chaos in my life. So anyway, I think I'm done now, but if I'm not done, that's the beauty of YouTube. I can keep listening back and recording more if I want to. Like I said, on my YouTube channel, I've probably uploaded 200 love sessions and maybe have 50 views or less on all of them. And so the ones that I've recorded since October 3rd, since I've been vlogging about this situation, might have 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 views on the video. So highly unlikely that this person will see it and call me and need to have a whole rundown of their whole verbal blah, 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 and their side of the story and all the things. It's like, you know, and this is the way that Nicole needs to heal and maintain peace in Nicole's life. So that's it. What it was my phrase, make it a great day. I'm thinking about going to Red Lobster. Ooh. Interested in blah, 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 or XYZ, unless it is ABC. And part of that reason has been because I have felt like my efforts and all the things that I was doing was just like taken for granted. Like, oh, well, yeah, Nicole's going to do that. And so that also could complicate things of like this person assuming that Nicole is just going to jump back in and start doing XYZ. And it's like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. So anyway, stay tuned to Nicole D. Ford's evolving journey in boundaries and stopping over functioning and scooping up everybody's shit, basically. It's like Nicole has done so much to try to manage chaos, and I'm not doing that. And like I said, September 27th, the morning of, hey, can I come over and blah, blah, blah. It's just, I'm trying to say this shit doesn't work for me. Make a goddamn plan and have respect for a person's time. Anyway, make it a great day. I just want to reiterate, this light behind me keeps flashing and I don't know how to fix it, but it's just occurring to me how unappreciated I have felt. I feel like this person that I'm talking about is just not there. They can be pretty critical. And, whereas for me, since I know I need a lot of pleases and thank yous and appreciate your help and all that stuff, that I probably have gone overboard in expressing my appreciation. And maybe the other thing of like me saying, hey, I don't want to do XYZ, and me stop doing A, B, C, and D, E, F. Like I stopped doing a lot, and I was doing a lot, and I stopped doing it because I felt like this person can't even say thank you, can't even recognize that I'm doing all this stuff and express appreciation and gratitude. And for me, appreciation and gratitude goes a long, long way, a super long way. And I learned a long time ago in my career that when you praise and appreciate your team and people that you're doing things with, they will give 1,000%, because that praise and appreciation just means so much. And so that's another reason why it's just like, oh, this person is really short on praise and high on criticism and lacks appreciation. Like I told in my other vlog, I don't remember the day, of when I spent hours doing something and the only thing they said back was, I don't like blah, 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 and it's just like, I know what I need, and I know how I work best. And it didn't take long for me to figure out that we are probably not compatible in this capacity. So let me stop doing all the shit that I was doing, because it was like, dang, I can't get a thank you. I can't get a gratitude. I can't get recognition of all the stuff. Fuck that. All right, I think I'm done and about to splice these videos together. But if I'm not, I'm not. And so the other thing I would say is the snippiness, the ghosting, and all of that was just all a bad combination. So I stopped doing XYZ a long time ago, and then A, B, C, and D, E, F, and all the things. It's like, okay, if they don't appreciate all the stuff that I'm doing, let them fucking do it themselves. And so anyways, stay tuned to the channel to see how everything shakes out in the end.